oiled and ready to go after him again. I figure, well, I repeat that the cause of this appeal was because a state agency came in and encouraged the judge to continue the trial with the juror who was trying to bribe the others, and he has since been convicted. This is an offshoot of this case that ought not to have happened. No lawyer should be encouraging a judge to continue a case where one juror is alleged to be doing that misconduct. And I wanted...
So, that statement you know, it draw the DPP. Seeing? Them never mention it explicitly, but you know, based on our reason, we can put 2 and 2 together and make 4. So, the DPP now, I say, campaign of misinformation aimed at intimidating her office after the Vybz Kartel ruling. So the DPP now say, I think it is a veiled attempt to intimidate the office of the DPP and myself from doing our professional duty in respect of properly preparing ourselves to make submissions to the Court of Appeal in this matter, as we are bound to consequent to the ruling of the Privy Council in the matter. Now, let me tell you something. May I be honest with you now? I think them are going to want to do a retrial. They are going to want to do a retrial. I don't think them are choke the case here. Seeing? And the DPP is adamant that this man is guilty and this man should be locked away. Based on the evidence which she have and based on if you know wants a personal thing, but based on she do her job, this is what she come to do. And this now go stop right there. So now will there be sufficient information for the retrial, for the conviction to take place? That is the big question, and me do a video upon that recently where Vybz Kartel I say this happening there and this happening there and this happening there. Now this I wish I respond to. Now as what we said before, I don't know if we not follow up the case when we bring on up to speed. Right at the closing day, the forewoman said to the judge, say, look, we have been bribed and so they are trying to bribe we for over a month now. See me have a record in here and think that brother are trying to bribe we and think. There was a decision to be made should they continue with the case or not. The judge called them to him chambers, which is the defense team and the prosecutor, and said to them, say, do you think that it is enough or we can continue and get a fair judgment from this jury? Seeing? The DPP say, yeah. The Paula Llewellyn say, yeah, man, of course, we can do it same way because the time elapsed and da-da-da-da and whatever and thing. That is why we're reaching at this. So where Bert Samuels I said she shouldn't have done that because she will know say you have a tamper jury. Because listen what happened, people. I have to get this, you know. The conviction with Kartel and the case with Kartel under, it cannot be tried by 10 people. It have to be 11 or 12. That's a law. So if them for remove him, then basically have to start over everything. And that was what the judge never want to do. Obviously, after so much days, 64 days, he never want to start over the trial again and go to where we're there right now, which is a retrial. He was preventing this from happening, a retrial. I want to have to understand the specs of everything where I go and say this was what the judge are trying to prevent, a retrial, for go over through the whole of that. Now at nearly 13 years past. So listen to the DPP now. I have been made to understand that they have been saying that I somehow breached the Constitution by indicating that we didn't have a problem with the matter going ahead. After it was brought to the judge's attention that there was a tainted juror. There are 50 odd lawyers who operate on behalf of the DPP, but under the Constitution, the DPP, that is she, is able to step into any case at any time in the interest of justice, and neither the prosecutor who was there before, the judge nor the defense counsel can prevent that. It was a constitutional power, Llewellyn pointed out. So when Paula Llewellyn I said, me not do nothing out of the norm. Me at the DPP at any point of the case, me can step in and make a recommendation, give me advice, give my opinion on anything. Me never do anything wrong. But she is concerned that to Alberta attack is like she a try to coerce, she do something out her way. One time she step up and said, no, make the case go on. Let me finish read what she said. In an opinion was canvassed from everybody, meaning that them asked everybody, yo, you know, I saw lawyer talk. An opinion was canvassed from everybody, and then put in a bracket defense and prosecuting counsel. But the judge, who is supreme in the law, was the one who made the decision, weighing all different factors, because he too would have been aware previously of the jury had to be discharged because she put in a situation where it was quite clear she would not have been able to continue. So she has said, the judge asked my opinion, just like how she asked from the defense, and me give my opinion. And people, obviously, she more than likely she will give the opinion in favor of she. Cause that's how most people think. Them give opinions based and suited towards them. So she has said, but me not do not know that now. She said, until the day in question when the judge requested that her appear in chambers along with the defense team and her prosecution, Senior Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions Jeremy Taylor and the Crown Counsel Leighton Morris. See? So that's how I go on. So she go on to say, so every now and again I would pop into court for a few minutes to build up morale because the case was very stressful, not only for the prosecutors but the police and the entire office, for reasons I would not go into. Wow. Wow. This seem like she want to talk other things, you know. Cause why she not want to go into the reasons. Anyway, on the day of on the day Justice Campbell summoned her, she said after hearing the judge and the foreman who was called in question, the two teams of attorneys were asked to say what their opinions were. Now, in this, I agree with her, yes, so. Listen, one the man come out, one the man stay. Now, I understand what Bert Samuels is saying. As a lawyer, where I look on justice, she's supposed to know, say, no, but you can't have a tainted jury there, so. But to me, she a do what the average person would a do. Do something in her favor. Now she go on to say, the attorneys for the defense were saying they didn't think the matter should go on, which the Privy Council agree with today. I indicated we wouldn't have a difficulty with the matter proceeding. We were saying 60 odd days have passed and it was a very serious matter, and the judge could always issue further detailed instructions to the jury in addition to the general instructions. So this is what the judge went along with our recommendation, right? So this is what she has said. Zane, he really wanted the opinion from us, and I indicated that we would not have a problem with proceeding at any risk for the decision coming down to the adverse to us. So in other words, she has said she not see how one decision would have go against she. She was sure, and that's why I talked this before. This is, and I said this is a very serious matter. This is why the Privy Council rule the way them rule, because in a fair mind, you know, the DPP, we can't lose this. I mean, I tell you why them can't lose, for the same reason why the Privy Council quash the case. Them quash it because there might be, or there is certainly, I would say, an overcompensation at the mine. The jury verdict came back and it was 10-1. The persons were being bribed for over a month. Them make up in their minds say Kartel guilty. That's why I'm having friend in here, so I try for bribe with, or whoever this person is. We have vote against that person. Yeah? There is a good versus evil pantomime thing set up. We are the good. This one brother is the evil, and we have vote against anything where him say. And that's why the prosecution was confident, say it for continue. If it for go over, it would have go back in a for them favor. So when people are say, why she make it stay? They make it stay because they were confident of a victory. This would definitely make them victorious because them are going to vote against him because him depend there. So even in a them being unbiased or objective, that are going to swing in favor of the prosecution because there's somebody that try to taint it. You get me? And listen to this now. According to the DPP, the issue at hand was sufficient import for the judge to request the conference of the attorneys. So the judge did have to call all the way. There was another issue with the same juror who offered the bribe, who somehow found himself at the chambers of one of the attorneys in the case. and the attorney came and reported it to the court, and then you had this attempt. So the juror did also go to an attorney. Them not mention which attorney. Find himself with where one of the attorney them there. But it never mentioned yeah, so. You get to me I say? Now, which one of the attorney them it is? That now would be a reason for them throughout the case. Him can't visit attorney. Can't visit attorney, brother. And this is according to the DPP, by the way, which are the first may I hear this. However, let me continue. Case attorney came and reported it to the court. So the attorney reported it to the court, and then this attempt. So me no feel say in the defense team. And for those who are say him and the defense team are work, and no, me not think not like that did I go on. Kartel defense team and him at work. No, I don't think. First thing it wanna report. You get me? Yeah. So the jury are problematic. You get me? I say from day one. I have never seen it happen, and I expect the judge in all his experience had never seen it either. Which is why I had to have an inquiry in abundance of caution. I thought it would be the best thing, she said. I think he thought it would have been the best thing, she said. He could have either have said to the attorneys from the chambers, consult with the director and tell me what is her opinion. But in light of the peculiar nature of the matter, he thought it better to send for me. I could hear exactly what the foreman had to say, the DPP. Added Llewellyn, it is unfortunate that the council has sought to spread misinformation and seek to be mischievous and foment misunderstanding of this area, and I can only hope that it is not in an effort to intimidate me or my office. They must be careful that in being so irresponsible that spreading this sort of misinformation, that it does not act in an adverse factor that undermines the security of the DPP. Now, basically what she says, so, Zine, in summations, is that she was called by the judge because of the peculiar case, and the video recording was, the voice note was played of the brother I tried to bribe the forewoman, Zine, on the last day, and she was asked, should they consider? She said in a fair opinion they should, because she not think it will endanger fair case and fair outcome she want, which would be guilty, which as I was shown before, of course, them are going to vote against her, them are going to overcompensate and vote against Juror X. He's the bad guy, he's the villain, he's the pantomime villain now, and we have to vote against him at 10 versus 1. It come like the Avengers versus Thanos. That was the precedent that was set. But you do understand the case where the judge 64 days, the judge has said, if me throw out him, I have got to throw out the whole case. That is within people. If you throw out that juror, they have got to throw out the entire case. But if you make him stay, it will go Privy Council and them will go rule it out. Me sure after that them know that they'll get ruled out. But them continue anyway. Because the next thing after the trial would have been Jamaican appeal. Now, my question is this: why did Jamaica appeal court never say an issue with it? Them never say an issue with it because in the framework of the law where them are consider, there would not be the act where you see the Privy Council man mention. And that's why the bigger you go, you get a better chance, because in a freedom framework, there is no constitution for say, all right, if the juror a give problem, we go to judge. So that's why the appeal court make that stay. But when Kartel go Privy Council now aware that no, but it never did have to do so. That's how we have the issue. I don't want to think, I'm out.